1698 Punggol Field. This is going to be the most exciting area of the entire Punggol town. This is within 5 minutes walking distance to 2 LRT stations. Punggol Plaza just right beside Mito Primary within the 1 km radius. This is sitting on a high floor, north-south orientation for this 5-room going at a very attractive asking price of 799,000. Join bleubricks by PropertyLimBrothers along this beautiful home tour. Let's go! Now, I'm going to talk about this unit first. We are standing at a size of 112 square meter, which translates to about 1,206 square feet. If you have to pull out the floor plan, you'll realize that this is a super efficient floor plan. The home shelter that is tucked right at the moment when you enter into the house. This is going to be a huge dining space, or alternatively, you can do like what our owners have done with the dining table that is just right behind, creating this kind of wide landscape layout. I think this is a crowd favorite. Of course, this can then be used as a suggested study. Kitchen is tucked towards this end, and then with 3 bedrooms tucked towards the back, common bathroom, and one of them being an ensuite. Last but not least, you have the yard that is just right adjacent towards the kitchen area. Now, one thing that you would notice is that if you take a look at the entire flooring, this is not the typical type of flooring. Of course, back then when our owners purchased this home, they want something of a certain longevity, so they opt for their own special house. In terms of the overall renovation, they spent about close to 50,000 to maintain this house and to bring up to this kind of state. So you have the entire wall line that's already flush with storage cabinets. All these are floating, so it creates a lot of visual effects in terms of having these cove lights, makes cleaning a lot easier. Shoe cabinets right at the entrance where you walk in terms of the overall design, all this has been consistent with this door that is covering here. The home shelter that's tucked towards the back. So it creates a very nice open plan. Kitchen wise, this wall has been hacked down to create this kind of like bar concept. So you can have a quick breakfast just right over here, and then it leads on towards kitchen. So as we move towards here, TV feature wall, all this has been done. So again, nothing is kind of touching to the ground, so it makes cleaning a lot easier. It gives rise to the additional cove lighting, creates a very different ambience lighting. This is fronting towards north-south orientation, so you do not have any kind of western sun. Right adjacent to you, there is a park. This is very, very convenient. And as we move towards here, how often can you find like a dining table that can fit in at least 8 to 10 packs comfortably? So this also gives rise to an additional space. You can just imagine the space at this huge dining table that you can give rise to additional study area if your family plans change, or if you kind of like expand it to require more space. This overall living dining gives off very nice, so you don't need to do much. Lights as well as fans have all been installed. This is a moving condition house. Just bring in your furniture and I think you're all set to go. Carpentry's qualities are still very well kept. Part of the $50,000 that went in last time is to go for the higher quality type of materials. So why do we say that this is going to be the most exciting area to be in? Because if you pull out the map, you'll notice that we are in a very strategic location. What is happening in and around here is, if you notice, in terms of the lifestyle, this is just right opposite where the Punggol container parks as well as the entire prawning area is. If you were to take a deeper look in terms of the master plan, you'll notice that you actually have 6 residential plots that is upcoming, plus the additional 1 more that is going to be integrated with a resi as well as mall component. So that is going to be adjacent right next to Riviera LRT, and Riviera LRT is going to be the interchange for the cross island line that's going to connect you towards Punggol as well as Pasir Ris, which is the next town hub. You're nestled in an area, especially for this HDB having a balanced lease of 88 years, it gives you a very nice runway for you to enjoy the space, leverage on a 1 km radius to multiple schools, as well as the transformation that's going to take shape right over here. So you get to enjoy the kind of transformation, you get to enjoy more amenities as time goes by, and of course the connectivity in terms of the MRT station. And when we talk about Pasir Ris, this part of Punggol also gives you great accessibility towards the TPE, because you can easily head down towards Pasir Ris Industrial Drive and that will link you towards the expressway. Otherwise, that also brings you all the way down towards Pasir Ris, which is right now currently going through a major transformation. So I would say you are in a very nice sweet spot in terms of the location. Best thing of all is if you want to head over for some kind of leisure, this is also the nearest plot that leads you towards the park connector, which brings you all the way down towards Coney Island. So this is gonna be a great place for you to buy into, enjoy the space. Your family plans can change along the way. You have the work, play, live kind of lifestyle. So I think this is really one of the most exciting places to be in, especially when you're talking about Punggol. Heading into the kitchen, double galley on both the left and right. You have storage at the top as well as bottom of both galleys. The hood as well as the hob has been changed out just very recently, so you get to enjoy all these very new appliances. Oven is just right over here. Backsplash is done, maintained in a very clean fashion. Good space for your fridge area. Water dispenser has already been installed. Dual sink for family that love cooking. I think you will enjoy this space. You can really use this space to have more coffee machine or to have more gadgets. If you love and enjoy hosting, this can be a very nice bar top. The yard area, very nice and good space for you to stack up your washer, dryer and a dishwasher. Check out the amount of space. Laundry rack, get to enjoy this morning sun. I think perfect, fantastic. Glass door to allow more lights to be in if you have to do heavy cooking. Right, so the first bedroom, this is of a very regular size. If you notice, for this entire bedroom, no built-in, so it's going to be a blank canvas. Just like what the owners have done, you can use this as like a study where you have two huge tables. Right now, all these are placed with racks or bicycle. Plenty of space for you to kind of like put in your loose furniture, so you can do up like this kind of setup, which is modular. As your family plans change along the way, you can then have this as resting area or a proper bedroom. I would say the bedroom size is extremely comfortable. If you kind of measure wall to wall, how this is going to be like is wall to wall here is at about 2.6 meters. So it's very comfortable, and then from the end to end, this is going to be at about 4.1 meters. So 2.6 by 4.1, this is comfortable and luxurious in today's context. Common bathroom is tucked towards at these corners. All this is still in its original stock condition. All you need to do is probably just to install a glass partition, and I think you're all set to go. If you want, you can just change out the toilet bowl. Very squarish, so you don't have a lot of wasted space. I would say the condition is good enough. Otherwise, you can always just easily do an overlay just to change out to your own liking. The tiles has been consistent from the living hall all the way down towards this corridor as well as to all the bedrooms. So you're gonna head into one of the common bedroom first. So this is obviously the kids' room. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 panels of wardrobes that are all done already, so carpentries are still in pretty good condition. Right now, this is fitted with a bunk bed, study table and shelving. So you have this very nice opening that's overlooking towards here, so you get a lot of breeze coming in from this particular zone. You don't have anything that is kind of like blocking in front of you. So when we're talking about this unit, I think you have lots of views at the front as well as towards the bedroom. Space is very comfortable. You can just keep the towels. You can place in a queen size or king size right along here, and you still have kind of space enough to maneuver. Additional window right over here, so you have 2 windows. It's gonna be a bright house. You're gonna check out the master. The master is extremely huge. Fans have been installed. You have this feature wall with the cove light that is already done, so these are movable, so you can just easily clear this out. This is sitting with a king size, 2 huge side tables, and right over here, because you're at the corner plots, so you get to enjoy nicer vantage view that is overlooking towards the park that is just right below. So I would say the overall space is very comfortable. 2 huge panels of wardrobe tucked along this side, and this will lead us towards the master with a shower area, vanity counter right over here, as well as your WC. Some of the things that has been changed by our owners is of course with this glass door, and all these doors have all been changed. So I would say pretty much moving condition, probably just a splash of paint to add to your character as well as your style, and I think the rest you're almost set to go. With that, we've come to the end of this beautiful home tour right here at 169A Punggol Field. And just to give you a quick recap as well as a breakdown, this is a 5-room standing at 1206 square feet, 112 square meters, sitting on a high floor, north-south orientation at $799,000 with a healthy balance lease of 88 years, enjoying the kind of transformation that is going to take shape in this very exciting part of Punggol with residential plots, with new malls as well as the new MRT station that's going to come up. And last but not least, 1 km to all these schools as well as proximity towards some of the leisure areas that you can head over towards the Coney Island, the Park Connector. Great connectivity in terms of the LRT being just 5 minutes walking distance, as well as Punggol Plaza, McDonald's just right beside. If you'd like to find out more, feel free to get in touch with our listing team. The contact details are down below. Subscribe to our various channels on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram and TikTok. My name is George Peng, Bleubricks by PropertyLimBrothers. Always happy to show you the place. We're gonna head into one. So so you have this very nice Zaki and I, we are twinning.